Okay, so this is the beautiful carriage horse.
This is hi, Uri. This is an Austrian Halflinger.
Hey, look who's
Manchester.
here.
Manchester?
Yep.
Okay. So we just give him verbal commands that he understands. Hello.
What a nice horse.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
And he's blind, huh? Amazing.
She wanted to drive around.
I'm just going to drive around. We're going to have supper with you guys, and then we'll take him home.
Where do you want to supper stuff?
Well, what I'm going to do is I was going to put him in the paddock for you, but I'm going to let you do it until I got finished.
Oh, do you want me to do something? No.
You can help him unload the carriage, and I'll put him away.
Sure. I'll go put him.
Because I know where I want him. You don't know where.
Well, I was going to follow you.
Okay.
I would never do anything without your permission.
I know, I got you trained. Hasn't worked.
There's still time.
What a pretty horse.
He's a cute little guy.
What's his name?
He lives in Manchester.
Manchester.
But he was born in America. He wasn't born in Austria. Son? He'll come to me.
How many years have you been driving this horse?
Well, he's 14 now, so 7 years.
How wonderful is that?
Well, it's
That's pretty
great.
nice.
Myself.
Okay, let her go.
I hope you have the rest of them.
Oh, we didn't bring it?
Where is it? Uh-oh. Did you leave it at the house?
No, I saw two parts, but I thought the bridle.
You saw the
I
handle
didn't
of that?
sorry about the bridle. I'm definitely not driving with a halter.
So well trained.
So she wants to interview us a little bit before we hitch him.
Sure.
So I'll go get my red. Right.
I thought that was you. I saw you going that way. It was pretty good.
I am delighted to have the opportunity to interview you and to show everybody your delightful carriage and your absolutely remarkable blind horse. Pat, take it from the top and tell us about this horse.
Well, Manchester I bought when he was about 7 years old from a place up in Oregon. And we belong to a sport or we have competed in a sport. If you notice the tag, it says 3 days, 3 ways.
Yes.
It's called combined driving, and it's a 3-day event. And the first day is in a big, large, flat arena, and it's done in dressage, and it's done in the carriage, usually judged by 3 dressage judges, and you get a score for that. The second day is a little like motocross. It is kind of a fast event that you go cross-country, and you are timed, and it's in 3 sections. It's section A, B, C, and D, so that is actually 4 sections. Sorry. And the first section A of this marathon, it's called, is done at a trot, and you have a time window to come into. So if you go too fast or you go too slow. But that's usually, most of the horses do it at a rather fast trot. And then you're checked by the vet to make sure that your horse is in shape and its heart rate and its respiration rate is within the safe bounds. Then you go on section B, and that's where all the obstacles are. And each obstacle, there's usually anywhere from 5 to, let's say, 7 or 8 obstacles. And they're set up like mazes, and some of them you have to go in and out as fast as you can, like a maze. Some of them are through ponds and over bridges, so you have to go through water and over bridges and make sharp turns. And some of them are around trees, and they have an entrance and an exit. And you are timed from the minute you enter that hazard to the second you get out of that hazard. And of course you want to do that as fast as you can, and of course not hit anything or turn over or have a wreck. And then after you finish all the obstacles in the marathon,
In the obstacles, you can walk, trot, canter, or gallop.
Right.
You can go all speeds, but you have to trot in between them. There is no Section C at our level. Section D is the one.
Right. Then there is a walk section also, and that's Section B, isn't it? Anyway, there's a walk also, and that's done to let the horse rest. Okay, now you go on to day 3. And day 3 is they set up this large arena again, but they have cones in it, road cones, these orange cones, and they have a ball on top of it. They measure your wheel to see how far apart they are, and they give you a clearance of 5 inches on each. And you go through these cones, and there's also, they have L's and U's and bridges and different little things you have to do, these maneuvers, and as you go through these cones. And if you knock a ball off, then that is a 5-second penalty. So the whole goal on the last day is to go through this course of cones and other obstacles within the time and not knock any balls down. Then you get a score for that. And then they add up your first day score, your second day score, and your third day score, and whoever has the top score wins.
Top score is the lowest score because all your points are negative. All your points are really penalties.
Oh, so it's like golf.
So if you go too slow, or road rally. So the person with the lowest score, 0 would be perfect, but nobody could ever get a 0. So
we moved over here, and unfortunately Manchester got this spiral peat bacteria in his eyes. It's called leptospirosis, and he went blind, and I didn't drive him for a while or ride it. I thought it wouldn't be kind.
When you moved over here, that's when he went blind?
Well,
and how long ago was that?
He's been blind for about 3 years.
About 3 years.
yeah, we came over about 5 years ago, 4 years,
And
from Hayfork.
so we stopped competing, obviously. And so I decided one day to see how he'd do driving. So we hitched him up, and he remembered everything. He stood very still while we harnessed him and hitched him to the carriage. And then I just said, let's go. And he just walked down the road like it was nothing. And he just goes where I point him.
So he uses your eyes now?
Yes.
I have to brag on my wife. She's remarkable with this horse. He's totally blind. He might have a little tiny bit of lateral vision, but as she goes down the road is how she talks to him, and then how he feels her through the reins. And she'll come to a rough spot, like with holes in it or rocks, and she just says the word step, and he starts picking his feet up differently. And then when it's smooth, he can just go ahead and go at all different speeds. She goes between these sometimes narrow rocks and gates with spaces like this for the wheels. He trusts her 100%. She's quite a trainer.
She must be absolutely wonderful. So he uses your eyes, and you actually coordinate with each other.
If you'd actually take your little camera along, you could go behind and you could listen to what I do when he goes down the road.
Well,
Right on the back.
That's what I mean. You can ride on the carriage with me.
Okay. That's an offer I can't
Now,
refuse.
do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment, but
Okay.
I am absolutely so amazed. Have you competed this horse since he's been
haven't.
born?
Not since he was
Because
born.
I've been very ill. I thought about competing again, but because I've been so ill, I haven't been able to do it. But I do believe that he could compete again. But I just have to wait till I'm healthier.
Well, Pat, you're a winner. There's just no doubt about it. Just already, you're a winner. You're amazing. You got a great wife there, Dave.
She
She is wonderful.
We've only been married 50 years.
I used to drive pairs, and he used to drive pairs too in combined driving, and he's a wonderful driver also, and he's a wonderful help to me when I need, like to get the carriage in and out of the horse trailer.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
All right.
I put the bit in the shade.
Oh, good.
Hey, buddy.
On the harness, and the thing that goes around his back is called the saddle, although it isn't like a riding saddle. And that goes on first. I think you put it on backwards. No, sorry.
He had to put a notch out of every one of them because he built the barn while laying down, and then when he lifted it up to put it up on the corner there, every one of them was right on top of the boat. So he could have
You're going to do that?
Yeah, you can do the separate.
you know, I
And
mean,
it's
kosher that way, but that would have
that'll
Going to come forward.
but no, you couldn't put him like that. So, and then I had a point about a huge,
Okay.
8 by 8, 10 something, to go up, 2 of them in the middle of the pot. And I had him draw out the metal thing to go on top to hold the rafter.
Oh, you brought the collar.
And this is called the dress collar. And this is what the horse pulls the carriage with.
So now I only have half. Well, not half. Well, I can hold it for anyway. But, oh, I was.
One of the most important things for a carriage horse is to be able to stand, because all this paraphernalia goes on, and while you're hitching them to the carriage, if they take off and it's half done, they can really get very excited and they can get hurt.
Do you want to take the forelock?
Okay. I usually try to get this out of there so that it's not jamming up under the bridle. This particular breed of horse is very gifted in the mane and tail department. Oh yeah, that's a good boy. I'm just going to leave it out like that. Normally tuck it in. And here's the curved chain. And it doesn't take us very long to do this. Pretty quick.
Good boy.
Okay. It's set. Okay, Manchester, come.
We're on.
These are called the shafts. They go on each side of the horse, and the horse works between the shafts. This is for a single horse. Now, a pair of horse, they have what's called a pole, and these traces, the thing that pulls the carriage, are attached to a thing called a swivel to in front, which wiggles which allows the breast collar not to rub on the horse's shoulders. Strap on top of me now is called the holdback strap, which attaches to this part, which is called the breeching. And the breeching holds the carriage back from when you go downhill, so the carriage doesn't run into you. And that's the importance of this piece of equipment.
The rule when you're hitching, one of the two always has the rein, in case he decides to move, which he's so good he usually does.
Well, this is why you want a horse to be able to be very quiet, and I'll let you get the wheel.
Yeah, so you want to get on first?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You're not supposed to get on this way. There's a step there.
Talking about rain or not.
But since I'm crippled, I can't do that. I have to get on an unconventional way.
I didn't know how to spell it.
He's not supposed to take off in there. And he's very good at doing that. Dave, he's going to get the whip. This is the beat up one. You know what? You might need a little fly spray, but I'll take care of it. And around him, I use the whip for asking him to do lateral movement.
So just touching him, and he responds to that.
The navigator sits on the back, and they have to hold on to these different handles here and here.
Okay, you guys, we're off on a carriage ride. Yeehaw!
I've never been here before. Good boy. Nice job.
He is nice. Well, this is the first in a lifetime. I've never been on a carriage ride with a blind horse.
I would really like
This
you
is
to hold on
wonderful.
very tightly.
Oh.
And up. And up. And up. Good boy. Very slippery.
Nice.
Well, this is going to be bumpy. Trot. We're on the inside over here. Put your feet on. Very good. Good boy. Good job. It's okay. Here we go. You got it. You're okay now. Now we're at the level. I don't have to worry so much. How are your horses with this? Because sometimes it spooks them. All right, I'll walk by. What's your horse's name? Hank? And Yetta? Yetta, hi Yetta. Yetta and Hank. Yetta and Hank.
They're beautiful.
They are. What breed are they? Oh.
He is a Tennessee Walker.
I was going to guess Tennessee Walker.
They're very pretty.
They're beautiful. I love the color. There aren't that many buckskin or dun or what do you call him?
Oh, no.
Of the Tennessee Walker.
Yeah. Lucky to have him.
Yes, she's gorgeous. And she's pretty too.
Oh, thank you.
Good color. Lesson on how to hold on tight.
What you want to do is the whole time, if you sit here, I usually just hold my arm around here or hold it here with my hand, and I hold here. And one thing you got to watch it against a bump, you can bang your cheek on this, and that won't feel good. So, so we don't allow you to go if you don't hold on.
So here, take time, put him on here, and then stand that out. And move this off.
Well, I'm a spokesperson for Northern California Horsemen's Association and Redwood Empire Endurance Riders, which I'm also a member, though not a board member. And that is the oldest existing endurance club in the country.
Northern California Horsemen's Association embraces also a great deal of just pleasure riding, doesn't it?
Absolutely. For a long time, trail trials were part of NCHA and will be again, depending on membership interest. But currently, trail trials have taken a little bit of a back seat, but the trails are always will be important to all horsemen.
One of the beauties about Humboldt County is its beautiful horse trails. Horses and horseman sports are a big thing here, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
We had a party here over the weekend that came as far as Riverside, California, and also from Washington and Portland, Oregon. They get together every year and plan a ride, and they spend 2 weeks together. That is their vacation.
This is a beautiful place to have it. You forget, even if you live locally, you forget how gorgeous just the road is in from the highway. I mean, how many times have I covered that road and I look at it and I think, this is just like a fairyland. It is so incredibly beautiful here in the Redwoods.
Well, I have brought AA speakers to the Redwoods here, and they look at the trees and go, oh my goodness, look at these amazing trees. If you can't find a power greater than yourself, where else are you going to find it?
It is inspiring.
It's like something, a creator of something had to make all this beauty. I mean, we really live in God's country.
And, you know, it's so amazing when you're standing by those trees and looking at them, or even out from the car. It's totally humbling.
It is. It's very humbling, but it's pretty surreal. You are really taken back by the beauty and really the quietness of the nature. You know, you just, it's like stepping into a different time zone.
Boy, we had many a campfire here and singing until way late. Cowboy songs, wouldn't you know? Guitar playing, kicking and grinning.
Okay, Rebecca, there's two things you've got to get.
Okay.
And one is Linda.
Joyce Mayer has a remarkable trailer. I've been told that she and the maker of the trailer custom designed it. I want you to tell us about this trailer.
Well, I have always slept either in a tent or in the back of my horse trailer, and as I got older, I decided I wanted a little bit more comfort, but not a big gooseneck or a big trailer to tow. So I got to checking around, and I decided I wanted a one-horse trailer modified. So I contacted the company, and the owner and I worked for a couple of months designing this trailer, and so it is a one-horse trailer with a rear tack with modified living quarters in the front.
How nice is that?
Wonderful.
Whoa.
And you can sleep in there. The table pulls down to the bed, or you have a table. I've got all kinds of storage space in there. Works great for me.
Are you going to let me and the camera in there?
Sure.
Okay. Entry of the trailer, we have this beautiful door.
It'll go into the space of the horse stable.
Wow, and that goes right into the horse, so you get to visit the horse without even going outside.
Well, I use this to put my ice chest in, my porta potty, and my solar shower.
Wow. What a lucky horsey. This is the horse quarters. This is the horse quarters. Look at this. So when they're traveling, the horse gets this side. And when they're not traveling, the porta potty and the ice chest get this side. And they don't even whinny and keep you awake, do they?
That's right.
And this is the #1 bed.
And it makes into a table.
And it makes into a table. Wow. So this is day, night, living area. This is a cupboard. More organized than any horse camp cupboard you're ever going to see. And I know. Look at this. This is nice. She has everything that she needs for herself. This beats a tent. Boy, does it beat a tent.
Yep, it's all insulated.
This nice area.
You want me to fold that table?
Do you want to do it?
Sure.
Just saw a minute ago here was a bed. This now is a table. You're seeing one side of it, and the other side is over there if we set the pillow up. And this is the living quarters when you're awake and the sleeping quarters when you're not. What a lovely trailer. Very nice. And looking right outside, isn't that wonderful? The scenery is impeccable. Just what we come for.
That's right.
And that's what it's all about. To love a horse is to love living. And this is living.
Yep. Okay, well, I better let you do whatever you got to do there.